welcome once again to Octane Mobile Gaming. It's the second day of the event, and the cards this week are quite good. So I managed to get 2 copies of the support card this week because I've been quite lucky. 1 copy of the Master Collection card and 2 copies of the event card. I must say, the runes fall in place quite effective this week. I was quite lucky. I got 5 individual runes and I craft 1 rune that I needed to get the Master Collection card, which was quite good. So I've managed to put together several decks. This is 1 copy using 2 of the support card and the Master Collection card, Thought and Ra, which is very powerful and quite effective in taking down the boss. This one uses just the Master Collection card with 2 copies of the Soul Thrasher, the Baleful Bride and Alex, which is quite powerful. This one I've only put this legend card on it, which is Rhea, sorry, and this is just to dispel the blind, which is quite effective, I must say. Anyway, these 3 combination of decks that I've put together, they're quite good. Each have got their use, so I'm gonna just get into a few battle. I'm actually gonna use 3 out of the 4 combination that I've showed you, and then we'll see how we get on with these decks. But the cards this week are quite diverse, so if you've only got the support card, you can still do lots of damage with the support card. So we'll use the Thought combination first, and with this deck there is a special way to play this one because Thought and Ra, they produce extra power gems when you've got 4 or more power gem 4s on the board. So what you need to do, you need to get your Fire Slayer intensity above 50 to activate the battle skill for your Master Collection card, and this can be achieved quite quickly by using 2 copies of the support card. So you need to keep attacking the boss just to increase your Fire Slayer intensity quite quickly, and as soon as your Master Collection card is ready, you activate its battle skill, and then you use Thought and Ra. You will have a full board of fire power gems. You swap them and the boss will be defeated. So there we go, boss is defeated. We're going to have a look at the maximum damage output. Maximum damage output is over 375 billion damage. Quite effective. But this deck is actually limited at that's its maximum damage output, as you won't be able to produce any more power gems than the ones that you've got on the board. But the one that uses the 2 copies of the Soul Thrasher, which is this one, the copy of Alex and the Baleful Bride, you will have a cap, but the cap goes up as your intensity increases because you'll be able to produce a full board of fire power gem 4s. So when you have got a full board of fire power gem 4s, I think just the Master Collection card on its own produces over 300 billion damage, which is quite high. So with this one, you need to get your intensity around about 125 billion, sorry, 125 Slayer in special intensity, because the special intensity is actually for your Soul Thrasher and Alex. I've got the Baleful Bride to dispel the armor, and she actually heals as well, and every 2 turns she produces fire power gems and she produces fire gems, which is quite good. So you activate your Soul Thrasher, then Alex, you produce a full board of power gems, you swap your power gems, and there we go. Master Collection card on its own is producing 131 billion damage. So we'll look at the damage output is over 205 billion, and that's just with 125 special intensity, which is quite high. The next combination is the one that uses Rhea. We're not going to use that one, but what we're going to do, we're going to use the one with the 2 support card, Master Collection card, and 2 of the event card, and see how we get on. I've only got one relic on this particular one that produces fire gems, so it takes a while to actually get the deck going. So what we want to do on this one, get our intensity or fire slay intensity to 50 or above, which we can do quite quickly with 2 copies of a support card. Use the support card ability just to produce fire gems so that you can keep attacking just to increase your slayer intensity. And there we go, we are up to 50 slayer intensity, and we're gonna activate our 2 event cards first. So we go from right to left, and then we fill the spaces out with our support cards, swap our fire gems, and just allow our deck to do their thing. So as you can see, the damage output on this deck is quite high as well, with just a few power gems on the board. And we managed to do quite a bit of damage, 220 billion damage in total, which is quite good. So as I said before, the cards this week is quite diverse. Admiral Applewood is quite a good card, so if you are free to play and you've only got Admiral Applewood, which is the support card, you can do massive damage by just adding a few cards to this deck. The more Slayer cards you can add to this deck, the better it is. You can use this one, which produces power gems. You can use Domi produces fire gems. You can use cards like this one, Thula produces fire power gems as well. You can use the Dragon Dance as well. You can use Stellar Rabbit, they produce fire power gems. You can use various cards in the mix just to produce your fire power gems and your fire gems, and with your support card you can do loads of damage. You're not going to do a ton load of damage, but you're going to do enough damage to get at least 15% on the bosses to get enough trophies to finish as high as possible in the solo leaderboard. So don't worry if you haven't got the Master Collection card. Don't worry if you haven't got the event card. 2 copies or even 1 copy of the support card can still give you a massive damage output. I find these cards quite diverse, quite effective, quite powerful. They're quite good, and I love them. I love these cards. So from me, iOctane, it's like, subscribe, and as always, have a good day and peace. Thank you.